So I've been having a lot of thoughts about going back to work. I just worry that I'm gonna fall back into this cycle again. Good morning, friends, or should I say good afternoon, because I actually woke up around 11 a.m. this morning, and then it took me a little bit to get out of bed and get ready and film for you all, so it is definitely good afternoon. Since signing my offer until my start date, I actually have a full month off, and I've spent 3 weeks of it already. Now, I have less than 10 days before I start work, which is so crazy to me. Like, where has the time gone? And I just have a bucket list of things that I promised myself that I would do before life starts getting busy again, and I have done none of those things. This is just very Julia behavior, because when I have too much time on my hands, I tend to not prioritize well and plan well. So yeah, I'm gonna be dedicating this video to doing everything that I told myself I would do. It's gonna be a hard reset, it's gonna be productive, it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna start off by cleaning my couch covers. I've had the steamer for almost a year now, but I rarely use it because it just takes so much effort, and typically I'll just reach for my Swiffer. But since we're deep cleaning today, I pulled this bad boy out. It has so many cool extensions. So this one is to like scrub, and I want to steam the edges of my sink. One of my biggest pet peeves is oil splatters on the wall, or when you can tell that your wall is getting a little yellow. So I'm also going to steam my walls, my cabinets, and then make my way over to the living room and steam the floors as well. This is my cup for roaches. If you know, you know. This is the absolute worst part about cleaning my couch covers. I'm Julia, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. I know.
So I spent a couple hours last night trying to draft up my first email for my email newsletter, and I don't know, I've just been like trying to rewrite it, reword it. I think I just need to send it out. So I'm gonna queue this so that it gets sent out in a little bit. This morning, I also took some time to make some marketing assets for a meetup that I'm hosting with two of my content friends, Sarah and Lillian. We wanted to throw like a really casual meetup, but those are two really exciting updates. I wanted to send out my first email newsletter before I start work, which is gonna happen. It's gonna happen today. And I also wanted to plan and market the picnic or in-person meetup, because once I start work, things are just gonna get so busy. So it is almost 3 p.m. and around this time I get so drowsy. And for the past 3 weeks, I've been taking at least 1 nap a day around this time. Sometimes I take 2 naps. Like I'll nap at like around 3, get up for a little snack, and then nap again, and then eat dinner. But I can't do that today because my goal this week is to adjust back to a normal person schedule. So I purposely put on some makeup to obviously film, but then also to push myself to go out. I'm gonna go get my nails done. I don't do my nails that often, but I'm excited because this is like a little treat. And then my fingers will look so pretty typing at my new job. Okay, I'm going to do my skincare routine, and I thought that this would be a great time for us to catch up. First off, we are going to start off with a mask. I really like this one because it's super quick, like 2 to 3 minutes, and you just wash it off, and it draws out a lot of my impurities. The texture is really fun too. It's like jelly. So I've been having a lot of thoughts about going back to work. There's a little bit to unpack here, so I'm just gonna let my thoughts roll as they come. I think first and foremost, I am quite nervous to start work again because I have been out of a job for 6 months. I've been able to operate on my own time, work on my own time, do things throughout the day, and then work at night. Obviously, that is just the flexibility that you get being a freelancer or owning your own business or being unemployed, and you just don't really get that freedom when you work a 9-to-5 job. And once you get a little taste of freedom, your expectations are very high. So there's that, just a little nervous about going back to a more structured day. I'm also feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome because my new role is a level up from my previous role, and that is exactly what I was aiming for. I also got a pretty sweet pay bump with the new role as well, but with all of that good stuff, I definitely feel a lot more pressure to perform and to do things really well and to hit the ground running. I feel like at my old company, I just never felt like I was enough. And then now this new company is giving me what I feel like I deserve. But somehow now I'm feeling really not confident about myself and my skills. After working in the field professionally for 5 years, you would think that the imposter syndrome would go away. I would say that it ebbs and flows. Most of the time, day to day, I really do feel good about myself, about my knowledge, about the work that I produce. But then there definitely are periods of times where it kind of creeps back and I start to question myself a little bit. Okay, it's been a couple minutes, so I'm gonna go wash this off. It feels so clean. So the last thing that's been on my mind is how the hell I'm going to balance my new job, content, social life, sleep, everything. It's all coming back to me. I just worry that I'm gonna fall back into this cycle again of committing myself to too much work and not taking care of myself or my mental health and stressing out and burning out again. I just finished another jar of my favorite water sleeping mask from Laneige. This is one of my holy grails. And right now I'm trying out the Belief Aqua Bomb. I really like moisturizers that have like a watery consistency for the summer. I usually share my Myers-Briggs with you all. I don't think I've shared my Enneagram. If you haven't noticed, I really love these personality tests, and I take it with a really big grain of salt because they're typically very general, but I do like reading what they have to say about me. My Enneagram is 3 Wing 2, and I think I'm called the Enchanter. Let me double check that. They tend to be ambitious, charming, and enthusiastic in their behavior. They are driven and love to achieve. I think at least the summary is quite accurate. It is quite general, but I do resonate with it, especially the part where they say that I'm very driven and ambitious. I would also like to say that I am an overachiever, and I just naturally give like 200% into anything that I'm committed to doing. So whether that's my job or YouTube or relationships in my life, there's this little blurb down here. It says, Enneagram type 3 Wing 2s are afraid of failing and being unworthy of love. They avoid this by settling and accomplishing goals in order to feel successful and worthy. That sounds like some trauma. Trauma is a very heavy word that I refrain from using, but I really do believe in birth order and how it affects you and your personality. That could be a whole conversation in itself, but as many of you all know, I am the middle child. I have an older sister and a younger sister, and growing up, I did exude a lot of the typical middle child syndrome where I felt like my parents weren't giving me enough attention, they didn't love me enough in comparison to my sisters. I got last pick for everything. So growing up, I really did try to overachieve so that I can bring something nice back home and get complimented by my parents and get that attention from them. I've been into eye cream these days because, you know, I'm aging. And now as an adult, I have developed a lot of these qualities and ways of thinking around, you know, if I achieve something, I'm going to gain people's respect or love. And if I don't do ABC, I'm not going to receive XYZ. And I've definitely been working on it. When I still had health insurance, I did talk to my therapist about, you know, childhood traumas and healing my inner child. But I think to bring it back to the main point, I'm just really scared of putting myself back into a similar situation as my last job. Obviously, things are a little different this time around. First and foremost, it's a different company, a slightly different role, a slightly different product area. And then the second thing is equally as important, if not even more important, is that I've grown as a person, as a working professional. This time around, I'm going to very intentionally set my boundaries and expectations. I'm definitely going to be working really hard at my job because, like I mentioned, me wanting to overachieve I don't think is going to change. If I'm really excited about something and it fulfills me, I'm going to do my best and give my 200%. But when that relationship starts to overstep my personal boundaries, I am confident that I know how to protect myself better. The lighting is making my face look a little oily, but rest assured that it is very refreshed and hydrated and it's feeling good. And with that, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you all enjoyed this productive reset vlog. I know I feel very refreshed and prepared and also very excited for my new job. And I hope you all stick around to follow me on my new journey. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.